Hey everybody, Smart Silver Stacker here. So Russia and Iran have just announced that they are working on a gold-backed stablecoin cryptocurrency. And this is a development that has some very ominous implications for the dollar, both for its value and also for how it is used in international trade, and also some pretty serious implications for the precious metals. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So let's get to it. Thanks for tuning into today's video, everybody. If you enjoy it and you get some value from it, please do give it a big thumbs up down below. And while you're at it, why not subscribe to the channel? Today's video is brought to you by SD Bullion, my preferred source for precious metals. Don't forget to check them out with the link down in the description. Okay, so according to this report from the Viamosti Russian news service, Russia and Iran have begun working on a common stablecoin backed by gold. And it's really the Iranian central bank here working in conjunction with Russia to develop this gold stablecoin. And the purpose, according to this report, is that it is to be used for the settlement of foreign trade in the place of the dollar, the ruble, or the Iranian rial. Now, why would Iran and Russia make natural partners in forming this currency? Well, both nations are heavily subject to sanctions by the West, and so to the extent that a cryptocurrency, especially a gold-backed cryptocurrency, could cross borders very easily and help them to circumvent those sanctions, they make obvious partners in this deal. But also, both countries are big producers of energy. And it was just last year that Russian gas giant Gazprom announced a partnership with Iran to develop their natural gas resources. So it's very likely that this token will be used in some capacity for the settlement of payments for energy exports. And it was back in November, we actually got kind of a foreshadowing of the development of this crypto token when Russia amended their digital asset laws to begin the formation of a national crypto exchange. But it's not Bitcoin or private altcoins that the Russians are interested in. At the time that this announcement was made, Kitco was covering it, and they quoted Elvira Nabiullina, that's the governor of the Russian central bank, as saying, "Regarding crypto, we are in favor of the development of digital financial assets and the digitalization of finance. But digital financial assets are not limited to crypto, to private cryptocurrencies. We have not changed our position that private cryptocurrencies, for which it is not clear who is responsible or how responsible, which are opaque and carry high risks of volatility, should not be used in settlements." And so the purpose of this national crypto exchange, it's going to be for the trading of regulated and state-issued cryptocurrencies. So for everybody out there who thought that this national crypto exchange might be good news for Bitcoin, it's looking like that's probably not going to be the case. And more likely, Bitcoin in Russia will be heavily regulated, perhaps even banned, because they're not going to want competitors for a national cryptocurrency. And with today's report regarding Iran and this gold stablecoin, it looks like at least some of the cryptocurrencies traded will be state-issued and backed by hard assets. And that could be very bad news for the dollar. We've already seen Vladimir Putin demand payments for Russian energy exports in either rubles or other local currencies, excluding the dollar and the euro and these other hostile currencies, as he calls them. But what happens if he demands a shift to a gold-backed stablecoin? And perhaps more importantly, what happens if Saudi Arabia, who we know is interested in joining the BRICS organizations, along with Iran, they've both put in a bid to join, what if they begin accepting this stablecoin in lieu of dollar payments for their oil? Now, of course, that bit about Saudi Arabia is just speculation on my part, but keep in mind that Russia and Iran alone control about 40% of the world's natural gas reserves. So even just the two of them accepting gold in exchange for their energy payments could be a very significant development. I mean, the two of them have enough clout to make some noise in global energy markets. The emergence of a state-sponsored gold-backed stablecoin should probably come as no surprise to anybody who watches this channel. I mean, we've been covering this trend of global de-dollarization all throughout 2022, but I do think that this announcement marks a bit of a watershed because it's the first confirmation of concrete plans to create a gold-backed currency. Up until this point, this has all pretty much just been rumors and speculation. And we have certainly had some clues that something like this was coming. Central banks around the world have been accumulating gold at the fastest pace in more than 50 years, and gold was one of the best performing assets of 2022, and silver, by the way, actually outperformed gold a little bit. And as we head deeper into this poly-crisis world, as our pals who are meeting over at Davos at the moment would describe it, we will continue to see a flight towards hard assets. And with rivals such as Iran, Russia, and China determined to undermine the dollar's reserve status, we are drawing closer to the implementation of some type of an alternative gold-backed currency on the world stage. And when a gold-linked currency is actually adopted in any significant way, the demand for the metal is going to surge, and silver is going to follow along. It's not financial advice, this is just my take on this news, but I do take this announcement as just another confirmation that we stackers are on the right track, accumulating hard assets outside of this financial system, which has become just another weapon in this fifth generational warfare. What do you think about the gold-backed stablecoin that Russia and Iran are working on? Is it just a bunch of hot air, or do you think that it actually poses a threat to the dollar? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe and happy stacking, and I'll catch you next time. Smart Silver Stacker, out.